All right, I don't have any fancy intro, and I'm not going to tell a story. I'm going to get right into it. I want to hook two antennas together, not both going the same way. One going towards Philly, and one going towards Harrisburg. Now I've tried it a couple different times, and I did some reading, and I've done some watched some videos, and there are some tricks, and there are possibilities that it won't work. Now, if you go on real quick and read different literature, they'll tell you to take one of these splitters and use it backwards. Put one antenna here, one here, television here. Under certain circumstances, it'll work. You got to have enough signal out of both antennas. Now, what really works good is if one is a VHF antenna and one is a UHF. Everything works. But now, with the new type of television sets, most people use UHF and high VHF. The low VHF, after they repack, doesn't usually get used. Now, this is a wine guard, and this is a combiner. And they tell you you can use one of these. But if you read about this, this is the thing to buy. Well, I want to show you the inside. Not that impressive. What's in here is the same thing as what's in there. That's the first information I'm going to show you that maybe no one no one else has told you before. Now, right here, I have two extensions, 6-foot extensions. They have to both be the same length. They have to come off your combiner. All right, it goes to the antenna on one side. The other side goes to the combiner. The other cable goes to the other antenna, down to the combiner, then out here towards the television set, or in my case, I have a juice amplifier. Now, what goes wrong? All right, if any of the signals come in through the back of the antenna, even though you're facing away from them, one antenna goes towards Philly, and one antenna goes to Harrisburg. But if any of the signals are strong enough to come in from Philly into the back of the Harrisburg antenna, they mix and they knock stations out on you. All right, this is what you got to watch out for. Now, people selling you the equipment are not going to mention this. Now, other people that actually tried it, they've done some really good experiments, and they figured out that both the wires that go from the antenna to the combiner, both of them have to be the same length. I'll just say it's impedance, but it's more than that. Go watch the videos. They actually explain it to you. It has to do with the speed of light and this other thing. And what happens is the signals will collide inside the combiner, and it messes it up. It won't work as well. It will work. You'll get some of the stronger stations. Now, in my case, what started this was the other night, I did a rescan, and suddenly I got 29 out of Philadelphia, and I was getting extra stations, and it worked great that night, the next day, and then poof, it went. So I read up on it, and what it is up in Pennsylvania, they have not a relay for 29. It's just another transmitter to get more area coverage. All right, and I was getting that one. They were doing testing, so they cranked up their power. I got it. I had 8 extra channels. I was happy, and all of a sudden it went back off. So I decided that I'm going to revisit this 2 antenna idea and do more reading. Whenever something doesn't work, you have to ask yourself, why isn't it working? And there are cases where they don't tell you the truth. And when you look at the guys, a lot of them, they'll have the same antenna, same style. One's going one way, one's going the other way. And most of the time, it's a 90-degree angle. Now, in my case, they're back to back. So that might cause me more trouble than the guy going 90 degrees. See, it all has to do with location with antennas. You know, in my last location in New Jersey, I was 10 miles from the transmitter, but we had terrible reception because we were down in the valley and there was a mountain in the way. And we got more signal from the bounce of the mountains the other way back on us. So if you didn't have your antenna a certain way, the signal, the ghost on your picture, on your TV would be stronger than the actual signal. And I lived with that. And then we got cable, and it was always snowy. So I never really had really good TV reception until I moved here. And I put this giant antenna up in the attic. And I think it was Antenna Designs, Antenna something. Well, anyway, it was an $80 antenna. I put it up there, ran the wire down. I had it aimed at Harrisburg. Everything was working great. Well, they decided to repack. When they did a repack, ABC decided to cut their power, and then all hell broke loose. I started losing channels. Other channels I couldn't get, I was getting, and most of them are now migrating over to UHF. And in the future, that's all you'll need is a UHF antenna. You won't need an antenna that does high band VHF and UHF, because there's low band VHF, high band VHF, and then UHF. So anyway, I started laughing. It's like, you know, and the attic is really hot. So I just, out of my mind, in my mind, I was thinking this morning, well, I'll do the experiment if I go over to Walmart and the guy has the jumpers, not jumpers, extensions, the little 6-foot extensions. I went over, the guy was real nice, and he found one right away. But he only had one. I said, oh, I got to have two exactly the same. I explained to him. Then I happened to look down, and the one we picked up, or he picked up that handed me, was in the wrong place. There was a crap load of these 6-footers. So now I have that part. I know I have a combiner, a Winegard combiner. I have two antennas that are exactly the same, and the fun will begin. And I'll report back to you how I make out. But a lot of the guys that get it to work really well, both the stations they're trying to get are very close to their house. That always works. Both my sets of stations are 40 miles from my house. I'm in Lancaster, and Harrisburg's about 40. I think there's maybe a mountain in between. Philadelphia works the best. It's far away, but I have almost a direct shot. But there's no ABC that I can get here. I think their ABC is on low VHF, not high VHF or UHF. So, you know, you're sitting there and you got a piece of paper and you're writing down all these facts and you're trying to figure it all out. And the average person wouldn't do this. They'll just pay for cable. My cell phone is like $16 a month. I don't pay for television. And I have for $60, I have unlimited internet, 5G through the air from AT&T. All right, so I'm saving myself more than $200 a month, and I can stream with the AT&T box. So I have all bases covered, but I really would like a few extra channels on there. I had them the other night when they boosted channel 29. They boosted up the frequency or the power, and I was getting these. They had a game show. They had a weather channel on there. What was the other one? Oh, they have an old movie channel on there. And you guys probably have all this stuff on cable, but it's really nice to be able to get crystal clear television without having to pay for it. And our cable company here is not that good anymore. They're getting too much money. You can only watch one channel at a time, you know. And then a lot of it is they want extra money to get the premium channels, you know. And the guys, oh, it's only $350. Get out of here, $350 a month. When your cable bill is more than your food bill, something's wrong. I think that's it. All right, that's it for now.